right. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome everybody in the chat, and welcome to my dear friend Valerie from Illumination Portal and our beautiful Juno as well from Juno Sphere. Thank you, ladies, for being here.
Sure. Thanks for having us.
Sure. Show them your beautiful Labradorite. Hold it up there. Oh my God!
I just picked my order from the gem show up from Tucson the other day, and this color of blue, this doesn't even show up. Like when you see it in the regular light, it's totally just like the deepest, most beautiful blue color. You can't really see it. It doesn't do it. You try. Lighting is the whole thing.
But does it stand up, Juno?
Yeah,
can you stand? You can. Okay.
It stands up really nicely.
Nicely.
It's thick. It's it's about the size of the palm of my hand, and
it's
then
hefty.
And this is the biggest Herkimer diamond I have ever seen.
I know. It's amazing. It's amazing. Really. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's really good for our energy needs right now. Herkimers are
very definitely. Yes. So I was trying to say the perp walk. It's a day for a perp walk. That's hard to say. Say that. Perp.
Yeah.
I was going. I got my dogs they howl for me if I want them to. And this morning, one of them sounded like a chicken, and I said, that's the perp walk.
Yeah. This is a big day, we've been waiting all this time for something to happen, and it's like now it's like hold your breath to see what happens next.
Right.
So I want Valerie to address that, but I also want to say when I was watching Rachel Maddow, I think it was Thursday night, she was saying, okay, everybody, this is great, but remember that this is just the beginning. And she said, it's going to be like watching paint dry. And it's going to take a while. So we might have gotten some semblance of justice that he's, doing it, but, try and relax and not get too stressed out about it. But Valerie, what you've been saying it planetary wise?
Yeah, planetary. Okay. So when we had Pluto at 29 degrees of Capricorn, we saw the banking stuff start. We've been hearing all about this. Oh, Trump's going to get, arraigned this day but it builds up. And then when Pluto went into Aquarius at 0 degrees, that's when we start hearing the truth of what's coming up, the actual day that Trump's being arraigned. We haven't heard the truth about the banks, but as with Pluto goes, it's all the systems are under scrutiny because they were in 18 years with Capricorn, who traditionally Capricorn is the top 1-2%. They've made it work for them. They made a lot of money off of these last 18 years. The banking has been just teetering. It's really not a stable system, but they have made it work for them. They made a lot of money during the pandemic off of us. Well, Pluto in Aquarius is not going to tolerate that because it wants integrity and it wants the truth and it wants freedom for all of humanity to have the same, basic needs as everyone would have, a roof over your head and running water and the whole nine, right? So every time though, because now Aquarius is at 0 degree, Pluto's at 0 degree Aquarius until June 11th. And then he will go back into 28, 29 of Capricorn. Every time he does that, we're going to hear more of the truth being released. It's going to keep building and building. So it is going to feel like paint drying because with Trump specifically, it's like a slow burn and we'll watch it, but there's so much going on behind the scenes. And this is with every one of our systems. There's actually systems of integrity in place to remove those that are not in integrity. But it's not going to go full force into Aquarius until January 2024. Even then, in 2024, he's only going to be in Aquarius for 9 months. So he's going to come back into Capricorn expose more information. And then we'll have, within about 2 years, we'll have a really good understanding of what systems in our world are being restructured with Pluto. And don't forget, all those other planets are working with them too. So it is us coming out to that first crack of daylight,
Uh-huh.
and it's going to keep building. Just
Keep
stay
building.
patient. Yeah, stay patient.
Stay the course.
And follow your heart, right? And
Yeah.
only really involve yourself in things that bring you joy and uplift your energy. It's
Yeah.
hard. I understand.
It's hard. It is hard. As you were speaking, all of a sudden a light bulb went on in my head. You said 18 years. And in 2006 is when Stormy Daniels and Trump were together, because in 2006, that's when Barron was born and he was cheating on Melania.
Mm-hmm.
That was 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was, it probably was building up for that whole year before while she was pregnant. I'm sure he was very busy. So
yeah,
things do come.
And it's all going to be revealed. There's so much we don't even know yet that we're going to we're going to be in shock of the things that do eventually come out, right? But 2008, Allie, was that stock market crash.
Yeah.
That was at the moment, like right around when Pluto went into Capricorn. And it was like Pluto giving a warning sign. Hey, you need to fix this.
Wake up.
And, wake up. And over those 18 years, instead of fixing it, they kept doubling down and making money instead of fixing it. So that's all got to come out, but don't fear that the financial system's going to crash, because there is a system,
a built-in lever or something.
That's going to support us, support humanity.
So that's wonderful. So Juno, I would like you to just speak a little bit to some techniques if we're feeling stressed today with Jinjitsu technique.
Sure, Jinshinjutsu.
I can never say that right. I apologize.
You're not the only one, and it took me years to get in. It still is one of those things. But thanks again for being here, and I'm excited to be here with Val too. I just think I love her insights on astrology, and she makes it understandable, and I appreciate that.
She does. Yeah. So we'll
some simple things we can do if you're worried. You can hold your thumbs.
Okay.
Thumbs are for worry. Like, what do babies do? Babies suck their thumb. They're harmonizing. This is the leader of the parade. This is good for everything. So if you can't remember which thing to do or whatever, go to the thumb. If nothing else, think of the babies. And you can hold it however you want, and you can get in there and detail it. If you're really stressed, you might find a tender spot, and that holding onto that with a little pressure for a little longer will relieve that, and it'll get the energy flowing again. Wow. And then the other one, I won't do all the fingers, but the other main one for what we might be going through now is, I'll do three of them. The index finger is for fear. So you've got worry with the thumb, and then index with fear. So anything you're afraid of, and fear is false evidence appearing real. And I also like to say, false expectations appearing real. Because a lot of times we have an expectation and then we get all frustrated, and then we move to the next finger, which is anger. So we might be feeling anger rising up, over stuff we're going to be hearing. So you can hold your finger, and like I said, anyway, gently, or you can get in there and what we call detail it. This is really why I wear these gloves, is to show people the bones
perfect
fingers. I know it sounds silly, but a lot of the diagrams for Jinshinjutsu are like skeletons, and we call them bone daddies. So that's kind of why I'm not the crypt keeper or anything. I just like the,
you mean you're not a member of the Crypt Keeper 5? Remember that song?
Exactly. And if we didn't have a skeleton and have bones and a skull and everything, we'd just be a pile of goo. So
it gives us structure. Right?
Yeah, celebrate your structure and what holds you up, and what gives you strength and a spine. There's so many spines lacking in some parts of our country, it seems. And then just the other ones real quick. The ring finger is grief or sadness, and the pinky finger is trying to or pretense. Like the person with the teacup and drinking with their finger out, and I'm la-di-da when they're just the same old like you and I.
Like
So you can
this?
just hold each one of your fingers. There you go. You can hold each one of your fingers 5 inhales and exhales minimum per finger, and then you can go to the other hand, or you can spend it. You can do it like a meditation and do 10 minutes at a time or whatever. Watching TV. I do it same like if I'm in the grocery line or something. I start holding my thumbs, just to harmonize.
We need to do that at like at a stoplight or when you're on the highway and stuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Riding as a passenger in a car,
Yes.
And
Yes.
another thing that I want to share that's really good if if you're having some anxiety issues or just really feeling a lot of emotion, we call it the big hug. And if maybe Val, if I describe it, maybe you'll demonstrate it. If you there you go. Put your palms under your armpits like Mary Kate was with the one from the Saturday Night Live when she
Oh yeah.
the palms go under the armpits. It's very important to put your
Okay.
there you go.
Like
Your
that.
thumbs
Okay.
go towards the center of your chest as much as is comfortable. And you do 36 inhales and exhales, and this harmonizes all the different systems in the body.
Mm-hmm.
There's
You have to do what she did afterwards, though. Do you have to go like that?
Exactly. Well, we don't. You know what you do with your fingers is your business.
She was so funny. She was. Some of the older Saturday Night Live things. Honest to God, yeah.
There's 144,000 functions in the body, and this will help harmonize all those functions. It helps get you centered. Anytime you're feeling panicked or stressed, or you got high blood pressure or heart palpitations, or any, because I deal with this, and this is what really works.
Good.
36
Good to know.
If you can think of it, but instead of worrying and panicking, just hold your fingers and give yourself a big hug.
Okay, here he comes. He's showing up at the courthouse. His car is arriving.
Oh, he's just sitting there now. Well, he's late.
Yeah, he is a little bit late. Yeah. Well, they're just arriving in their cars, and they were saying that somebody is going to say to him, maybe not for us to hear, but Donald J. Trump, you are under arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I know. I just want to say hi to a few of you, Craig and Hypnicity and Butterfly Kisses. Thank you all for being here this morning. Hello, Kate. And hello, Patricia. And Patricia, I'm going to put your little thing up here so we can talk about it. And Teresa and Lottie and Akila and oh my goodness, just so many of you. Thank you all for being here. Michaela, Rose Flower, Naja, Lisa, Wildflower, goodness, Foil Painter, Ann Simpson. Goodness, thank you all so much for being here. J.O., sending out lots of love to you today. And Maruta, and hoping that everybody is doing well. Hi, Jane the Seeker. I'm going to put that up, Jane, that question, and I'll ask Juno about it when we're done. Oh, Maruta, you're so funny. I want to hear them tell him he has the right to remain silent.
I'm hoping they put a gag order on him. I hope they put a gag order on him. Oh,
yeah, I know. Hi, Jamie Johnson.
I thought I saw where they weren't going to allow cameras in the courtroom.
No, they're not. Just maybe a picture or two, but not cameras. That's right. He doesn't do it anyway, apparently. But I didn't know this. Yesterday, he was picking on Alvin Bragg's wife. So that's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, I got to tell you this. I saw this video on, I think it was Instagram, and it was Ted Cruz in LA at the Dodger Stadium. And there's a guy in the back. You can't see him, but he's yelling out to him, saying some very colorful words. But he kept saying, remember when Donald Trump told you your wife was ugly, and then you voted for him, and then you it just made, I was crying. I was laughing so much.
I mean, they have no sense of integrity, at all. None of them. And it's sad,
It is.
Yeah. That we have been subjected to this circus for how long, but we're getting to the end of it. And thank you.
This is a big turning point today.
Yeah.
Get that snowball rolling downhill. I watched this British kind of panel / quiz show called QI. And they recently had a thing on there where I can't remember what country it is, but if you commit a crime or you do something not cool, they have people that go and like stand and stare at you. Like they're hired to do this. I forget what they call them, but they just like shadow you and just stare at you, and just to bring attention to the fact of what you've done and bring shame
Yeah.
to you in a very public
Shame on
way.
you.
Wow.
I'd love them to do this too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk about using your fingers for good reason. All right. Anyway. Good, Jamie. Okay. So Patricia says she's increasing eating more animal protein along with B12 vitamin. Is this the best way for me to raise my energy levels? What do you ladies intuitively think about that?
Juno, go ahead. I know you know
Well,
about this too.
there's different ways of looking at it. We raise our energy in different ways. You're talking about like on a physical level, and I think that those things are helpful if that's how everybody's body is different.
Okay.
I know I need animal protein. I can't do just vegetables, and it's not, it's just the way my system is. So I take that on a personal, and we're not doctors or anything. We're not diagnosing or anything like that.
No,
we're just
for entertainment.
Just giving the disclaimer so that everybody knows, always seek out professional help if you feel that you have a question about your health. But in Jitsu, we learned that the spleen is where your body assimilates sunshine and solar energy. And the way you can help your spleen is by holding your thumb. That does stomach and spleen. And another thing is, if you can do this and have privacy and be discreet, whatever, but if you lift your shirt up and expose like your solar plexus to direct sun's rays for a certain amount, however long you can every day.
Yeah, through a window
not
or something.
Ridiculous, so you're going to get sunburn, but a few minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can do is really, really, really helpful. Anything that supports the spleen, because that is directly that people who have fibromyalgia and other like illnesses or conditions, projects that make them fatigued, it's related to the spleen. So look at anything you can find about how to support your spleen energy.
Wonderful.
When I was researching what would give me more energy with my fibromyalgia, of course, magnesium helps everything. So, but for the energy, I looked up and it was D-ribose, ribose, and ashwagandha also helps with that. So you might want to try a few different supplements. Definitely take your magnesium, zinc, and D3 with K2. Those 4 things really.
Those 4 things for you.
Yeah.
So my husband and I started taking ashwagandha, and that's when his blood pressure went up astronomically, and I've had some issues with it too, so we had to stop. So it is individual, much like what Juno said. It depends on our metabolism, and I also took B12 vitamins, but then I had my blood test done, and it said I was way over with B12 vitamins, so I had to stop taking that too. There's a balance you have to make.
We all metabolize things differently at different rates. Another thing, like if you're talking about, like, say you're on a hike, or you have to climb stairs or anything like that, or you're walking, or you want to give yourself more energy, you do the mudra where you put the thumb on the ring fingernail.
Okay.
You can do this while you're walking along or whatever. This is really good for, that more of that short-term burst of energy. But anytime you feel you need energy, it's simple.
Anytime.
That's awesome. And really, you can't. Deep breathing, take about 5 minutes to really get your oxygen levels in your body up. Drink some water after you do that, and that usually helps me perk up pretty good. But the D-ribose is what powers the mitochondria in our cell structure, and that I didn't have any problems with that. But it is so good to get your blood work. Get your blood work and go by what you are low in, because you may be low in something very specific that your body needs. Not everybody does, but but I already feel better from holding my fingers and thumbs.
That's good.
It's magic. It's
Yeah. That's
It
good.
sounds like such a simple thing, and it's like, why did God give us these hands and these fingers? There's more magic in them than we are taught.
That's right.
Well,
That's right.
what's true.
Absolutely. So Jane wonders if you've heard of is it Klippel-Feil or Krippel-Feil syndrome? It's a multiskeletal disorder. Have you heard of that before, Juno?
Hi, Jane. Happy to see you here.
Yeah.
Enjoy your shows very much. I have not heard of that, but I'm going to look into it. I know there are certain things to be done that we can address. Musculoskeletal can go at it from that avenue, but I'd like to do a little research. Or you've got my email. Maybe you can send me some info because it's new to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. And yes, this is always, this is for entertainment purposes only, or, just sharing. But yes, be careful if you're on medication and you add supplements, because you don't know if they're going to be, have any problems within that medication that you have. Yeah. Oh, you too, Diana? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I just looked it up, and it's a rare disorder where two or more vertebrae in the neck are fused together from birth.
Oh.
They have a short neck and limited movement, and it's with a lot of pain. So I'm not sure. That's just a preliminary information.
Thanks for looking that up, Val. There's something.
I know my daughter has an extra vertebrae in her back. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go to there's a flow that you can do for self-help, and it's called the main central vertical flow. And maybe I'll do a video on that. But if you go to the website jsjinc.net, and it's called Main Central Vertical Flow, and it's there like for anybody if you want to review that. There's ways that you can access that info, or you can email me and I can get you that info. But this is good for anything, but especially something with the spine, really, really helpful.
Good. That's awesome. And yes, I can see everybody, you are right, where you stagger them, or you only, and my husband said that you're only supposed to take ashwagandha for 3 months. So I don't know if you take it and then go off it and then maybe retake it later. I don't know. So I'm not sure.
I used to take that a lot when I was working, but I was bartending and serving, so I needed that energy.
You needed the extra help.
Yeah. I haven't since then.
Karen, you're right. You are so right. Some days we need shopping therapy, right?
That's right. I really miss shopping. I don't go out, because of my situation, but man, I miss shopping.
I know. I do and I don't. Like if I was going to ever go, say, to Marshall's or something, I'd have to go like on a Tuesday morning, right at 9 o'clock, and get the hell out of there by 9:15.
Yeah.
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 Oh, good, Jane. Yeah. So, Jo, I'm guessing, I think it was you that said you have long-term COVID, and I've got a very dear friend in Georgia that got COVID the first wave and nearly died and has long COVID. She's in her 50s and she's just struggling in so many ways. But has COVID or any of other rampant viruses done something to people's way to process nutrients, or has left a telltale damaged organs that are not recognized by us?
Well, how could they know you know what I mean? It's a new virus, so they wouldn't know the outcomes of the virus or the vaccines or all these other crazy things people are doing.
Right.
True.
Everything we do to our body does have an effect, and
and we were, it was experimental, but we had no choice, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And they usually don't find the long-term side effects
till later.
Until later. And
we have been the generation of tests. If you think about it, when I was in college, that's when birth control pills came out, and we had no idea what was going to happen to us, but we took the risk because for us it was better than the alternative. We didn't want to get pregnant or have a baby that soon. But I don't know. I know a lot of people are still against COVID vaccine, but it's personal decision. And at that time, there really wasn't much else we could do but do that. or stay home like Valerie and Juno, and you didn't go anywhere. You didn't do anything, right?
I still don't,
Never. You
because
still don't.
I wear a mask, and even people that know my situation and everything will confront me and say, why are you still wearing a mask? And I'm like, I don't need to add to I don't need long COVID on top of everything else I already deal with,
Yep. No.
But the other thing I wanted to mention, if anybody's interested, I did a show. It'll be 2 weeks ago this coming Sunday, 2 weeks prior. I can't remember the date, maybe the 19th. Anyway, but I did a show with Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp, and I go through with Shinjitsu of the different things self-help to do for COVID. How to help with fevers and lack of taste and lack of smell and all that, and headaches. So if you want to go check that out, there's a lot of info there. And if people have questions, you can email me at junosees@gmail.com. I'll do my best to see what, can give you some guidance if you want.
Yeah.
Trump has entered the building. Here we go. Craig wants to know, are collagen supplements good for us? Any ideas, ladies? I don't know, Craig. I'm not sure.
I take them, and I feel better for taking them. And T-Barb is the one who told me about it, and I can tell the difference if I don't take them. I feel better. I move better. My joints are, and as she described it to me, like back in the day, we consumed more bones in a way, you know what I mean? Like you made soup from bones, you boiled it down and you got the collagen from that. We got collagen from different ways that we're not getting anymore in our diet.
Right.
So I feel better. That's a personal thing. It's like anything. It's on an individual basis. I have sensitivities to the most basic stuff that everybody else has no problem with. So
correct. It is all part of it.
I would try it if you're having skeletal and joint issues and whatever. I would definitely give it a try.
And a lot of people are using the collagen to keep the face muscles, to prevent aging, right? So I hear that you're supposed to ingest it, like Juno saying, like with bone broth, but it certainly can't help to. I always do little experiments on myself if I want to introduce something new into my vitamins, So
start small.
Exactly.
For a month and see what happens. But that D3 it can't absorb without K2. Now this is really important for our collagen in our bodies, and all those little tiny, what are they called? Oh geez, I just lost the word. Tendons. You want to you want to keep those tendons strong and keep your body strong.
Yeah. Yep. What's the other one that retinol? So when I had those blood tests, they said, oh, you've got something, and I can't remember what it is, but they said, are you using retinol on your face? And I had just started because my face was so dry, and that was elevating some level that I was having, and so they told me not to take it anymore.
Wow.
So, I know.
There's so many side effects to everything. That's why it's really good to monitor yourself on something new and see what it's doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what else I've discovered, and I got it for like muscle pain and things like that. It's called Blue Emu. It's a cream. It's this really pretty blue color, but it turns like colorless when you put it on. But it's helpful for aches and pains. It's not good for real deep stuff, I guess, but more surface kind of things. But it's also good to put on your face. It's very good for your skin, which I was surprised about.
Isn't that an essential oil blend by one of the? I think
no. It's made from emus when they because they grow emus for meat. You know what I mean? And so it's something that another way that they utilize to get use out of all the emu. So it's really I've been surprised, and it doesn't have any smell. It's not like Bengay or any of those things, and I've had, like, I had a really, you know how you get a stiff neck and it's with you for a week, you just can't get rid of it, and
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
and you know what? I put that on. I had to put it on like 4 times a day for 2 days, but it relieved it, and then it would start coming back after a while, and then I put it back on. It within 2 days, my stiff neck was gone.
Well, that's good. That's
So
good.
I mean, that's a big deal for me. So
Sure.
I recommend that to try it out.
So that's an interesting share, Nadja, about birth control pills. And is it part of the reason there's so many women getting cancer and many young, you have to wonder, there's a lot of young women in their 30s and 40s that have not only breast cancer, but also have uterine cancer as well.
Yeah.
But, I think it's strange that we don't all around the world have the same sort of medication or care involved in the health pharmaceutical industry.
And I see that part of what Pluto and Aquarius is going to be changing too, because there's so many toxins allowed in our food and drugs and supplements and everything in America that they don't allow outside of America. And that they know they're cancer causing. They know they cause more problems than others that, eventually, or side effects that we're not quite sure about. But they've had birth control pills, like you said, since the 70s, right? They know that stuff is toxic.
They do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, Big Pharma have their contracts. And, it's funny. I pulled up and I'm not going to go into it today, but I pulled up a whole list of what fascism is. And there's 18 points, and every single one of them meets the GOP agenda. It's so scary that it's just unbelievable. Not that I want to live in fear, but it's like it's validating in that way. So Jane, you drink vinegar, lemon, and honey every morning. It makes your diabetes number go. I'll have to try it. Wow, that's great. Wow. Do you like drink a whole big cup of it, or what do you think?
Prepared juice is really good for lowering your blood pressure, good for diabetics. It's good for so many things, and it's just an ounce a day. It's really powerful stuff.
Yeah. Well, I want Valerie to talk a little bit about tomorrow's pink moon, but let's do some readings first.
Okay.
And then I'll come back, and that way we can mix it up a little bit. We'll come back and you can tell them about the pink moon tomorrow. Yeah.
Pink moon was tomorrow for your side of the world, but it's the 6th for the East Coast. So yeah.
So tomorrow, okay, you're right, because we're behind you. All right. Yeah. And I'm wondering if Ann Simpson's already got the pink moon down in New Zealand. I bet she does. Yeah.
Oh, Lottie. I never thought of that, Lottie. She said to use a straw if you're drinking vinegar because of your teeth.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, mine are already all ruined by coffee anyway. All right. Yeah. Okay, Ann. And you can pull up if you put in Google search 14 points of fascism, it shows up, and it blew my mind.
And that's another thing that's really going to it's going to look like they are, how it's been, right? Between the left and the right. But that's all going to be exposed over these next year and a half, 2 years too. It is just got to stop. It's tearing our country apart. It has torn our country apart.
And yesterday, Ron DeSantis signed a bill in Florida behind closed doors with gun lobbyists, allowing you to conceal carry right after all of these school shootings. Don't you find that to be extremely
despicable? It's god awful. I mean, come on. You're saying to every, and did you see how many school shootings there's been just since January? I can't remember the number off the top of my head, but it's the most that it's ever been in that few month period.
Yep.
on shootings
Well,
alone.
the good thing is two things. In Tennessee, the kids walked out of school yesterday at 10:13 a.m. They went to the State House, and 3 Democratic state Congress people, I guess, or senators went to support them. And now they're trying to get rid of them for doing that. Get rid of those senators. It's just crazy. Very peaceful protest. Very peaceful.
But that's the only way it's going to change, right? If we all demand better.
Yep.
As long as they think that we are not going to push back, or we push back a little but nothing changes. I forget who had something about the lobbyists, something in there. But I mean, our United States Congress has offices where the lobbyists are just making deals with our Congress people.
I know. Well, this is the problem with the leaders, is it's all money driven. And that's what the fascist agenda does.
Yeah.
And you're right. That's what Reagan did. He was called the Teflon president, and can be seen opening a hospital on the day he canned special needs funding. So DeSantis is following the Reagan agenda, and I don't know. It's just very scary. Anyway, let me get back to Jess's. All right.
I don't think they're blind to it. I think they know very well it's causing division, and that's their ultimate.
That's what they want.
Yeah. They want us to fight each other, because then we're not looking at them. But once we band together, I know everybody says that's a pipe dream.
We need to go to the streets. We all need to go to the streets. We do. I mean in peaceful protest, but we need to do it.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Jess. So let's see. I pulled a couple cards for you. The first one I got was Beyond Fear. Look at that. You're flying right through the sky. So take the leap, go beyond fear. These are the portal cards. They're telling you the door is open and enjoy the journey, because you're going through a rebirth. Isn't that gorgeous?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's going to be a voyage for you. You know, it's going to be, when you've got water, you've got a lot of emotions and undercurrent and what's the word? Deep conscious stuff. But look at the voyage. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Voyage to Valhalla. Look at that. So that's a great reading.
Yeah. And that is kind of, it covers a lot of us, because we're in a spiritual community, and we've been working on ourselves, right? This full moon is elevating us. As long as we're following our heart and we're listening to our guides and doing the things that we love, we are all in this new energy.
That's right. And we're uplifting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. It's so cool. Go ahead, Juno, if you want. I know Juno's ready.
You want a Juno? Okay.
Sure.
Hold on, Juno. Let me put you in the hot seat here.
I got out my Moonology deck, and the first card I got was Emotions Are Running High, and it's the super moon. So I think that's, you know, wherever we stand on the flumpometer, you know, energies are really high right now in the world, because this affects everybody, and everyone's bound to feel it. So just acknowledge that, and it'll all, you know, this too shall pass. And then the other card, this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle. This is Flamingo Spirit. Embrace the in-between. And with flamingos, you think about how they're you know, a lot of times you see them just standing on one foot. Now that's that in-between, where they're in between, you know, taking the next step. But stay in the now, be present in the now, and it's a good time for creativity also.
Yeah.
And be pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, pink moon, there it is. There it is.
There you go. There you go. Good one.
Yeah. Thanks, Juno.
From the Mermaid and Dolphins deck. And I got stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. Isn't that cool? So it's going along with yours. And then let yourself receive. And that says, allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apologies. Sounds like a good beginning for you, Jessica. This full moon.
Yeah.
It's kind of a new beginning for all of us. We're out of
It
that
is.
hard energy that we've had to deal with last 3 years. To a
Yep.
certain extent, we're like the door's cracked,
The door is
But
cracked.
we're
But
going.
we're in that portal too. I mean, all we've got to do is step through. But as you know, when you first enter either a portal or a doorway, that's just the beginning of the journey.
Yeah,
And enjoy the journey, because it doesn't matter where you end up. Just enjoy the trip. So
absolutely.
that's awesome.
That is
All right. All right. So we're taking Hypnicity's question next. And we are limiting, and that's cool, Jess, you're wearing a pink shirt. There you go, girl. We're going to do these four more readings for us today, and then I'm going to let Val talk about the pink moon. And so let me pull some cards for you today, Hypnicity. General message.
General message. Yeah, I can tomorrow.
Ah, that's funny. Card came in the same place. All right. So I have here, you're taking conscious steps, Hypnicity. You're looking forward, and that's a perfect place to be when you're in a portal. So you're looking forward and you're taking measured conscious steps on the road to where you're going. And you got the rebirth card too. I think this is very important for us, I think. We're all in this together. We're all rebirthing. And you're bringing in other world. So wherever it is that you're going and how you're going about it, a new world is being formed. And we know that. We know that that's exactly what, and you are doing that. Yep. There you go. Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Hypnicity. Well, for you, I pulled the Ant Spirit, Time to Collaborate. And this is a good time to ask for help. The support is there, and see them, they've got their puzzle pieces. You're putting the pieces together, looking at the little fine details, and think about how ants, how they even build a bridge out of themselves to get across water, anything that you're facing. You've got the help there already waiting there for you to put the pieces together and do it. And the other card I pulled is card 32, Hawk Spirit. Let Spirit be your guide. And the hawk gets up and flies above everything. He's in the clouds and he sees the pond. He sees the water in all different forms. So take a bird's eye view and watch out for synchronicities and, see the big picture.
Awesome.
And
hawks, of course, are eagle eyes.
Card number 1. So you got one. Whatever that means.
Well, cool.
But the hawk, I always loved the hawk spirit. It's just, I used to have a hawk that would visit me, take a bird bath in front of my house every day. And I found a raven feather the other day and left it for me in my yard. I was so excited.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I've been asking them for one, and then there it was. They listened to me.
Aww. I love watching the hawks. Yeah, they're always around. But I had butterflies in my garden yesterday for the first time, and they were all over my parsley plants. So I know that they left some babies. I can't wait.
Nice.
That's great.
Missy, I got you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. And break free. This one's pretty cool looking. Break free.
And you know what I hear in my head is the Queen song, I want to break free.
It says try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. That's so cool. And it's all new now. We should explore our options. Right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you, Hypnicity. Thank you so much. Let's see, we've got, whoops, that isn't a question. Here's Rose Flower. Rose Flower. Yeah.
So happy that everybody's here and asking questions, and
I know.
it wouldn't be the same.
It's a nice combination of things to talk about. Yeah. I agree. Ladies, I'm enjoying the presence. Yeah. And I'm enjoying the presence of all of you here with us today. Yep, he's now arrested. He's waiting. Oh, he's now arrested. We're not supposed to be happy about it, though. Oh, all right.
I like how Glenn Kirshner says, now I can call him Defendant Flump.
I mean,
He says it's
I'm happy that justice is finally good, because it did seem like there's justice system for the wealthy and then everybody else gets another one. So that's another thing with that Pluto and Aquarius. It's got to be a fair system for all, we the people, by the people. But
well, we have to remember, we're just at the beginning of that arc where the pendulum starts to swing back. It's not going to, it takes time to go around that big curve.
Yes,
it does.
But at least it's like the event has happened now,
Mm-hmm. So Roseflower, I have you landing. You're landing somewhere, and it's a 10, so that's a 1. You have landed, and look at how magical. It's a beautiful fairy. It is. It's a beautiful fairy. And you're just looking out toward another archway. You can, whoops, over here. Sorry, backwards. And it seems that you have graduated to some sort of a new level, because I get the graduation card. And so that's awesome. Yeah. And what it's going to do is allow you the freedom to move on and let go. Gorgeous. I love this. The cage door is open and you are able to fly free.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay. Right. For Roseflower, I chose first card is Fox Spirit. Think on your feet. So this is about rapidly changing circumstances. Time for swift mental action and think outside the box. Think like a fox. Think outside the box. They're such crafty guys.
Yeah, they are.
And the other card I got for you was Bat Spirit. A rebirth is assured. So they're about transformation, rebirth of faith, in the ability to establish new and healthy relationships. And this can even be the relationship with yourself. And also, this always makes me think of the Hanged Man, seeing things from a different perspective. He's hanging upside down.
Oh, yeah.
If they weren't so creepy, we would think they were cute, actually. I think.
Some of them are actually kind of cute,
They are.
Yeah, at Halloween,
just don't want any bat guano. No bat guano.
On my playlist, on my channel, I did a couple of videos about bats that are pretty interesting. So you can go check. Those are still there if you want to check them out.
Cool.
Well, right, Roseflower, you have a new dawn, and each of us kind of got a similar card for you. So something is opening up for you. It says the worst is now behind you, and positive new experiences are on the horizon. And then on the bottom, I got consult an expert. So I'm not sure what this is about, but more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. The area you maybe need to let go of something to get into your new dawn, or somehow it's connected. But
I remember before Enlightenment, before the idea of the French Enlightenment, people only relied on being told what to do by people that read, or the church or whatever. And so one of the philosophers was known to say that be courageous and stand up and think for yourself. But at the time, it was really hard for people because they were sheep. And I think, and that was exactly the Pluto time we're going through right now. That's what happened right now. So what are we seeing? People that don't think for themselves in a lot of ways. And so everything comes back, history repeating itself. Kind of creepy. All right.
We have the information, right? We have access to anything we want. It's what critical skills are what's lacking.
That's right.
How to critically think through.
Critically think about something. Right. Yeah. Right. Can someone answer Craig Dixon's question about how much batter you put in the muffin pan. I think if you use two big tablespoons full of batter, that should be okay on the bigger muffin pan. But if it's a small muffin pan, because they have the mini muffins, right?
Yeah.
You only put like maybe a teaspoon in there.
Make it like 2/3 full, 2/3 of the cup
Yeah,
full,
that's all.
depending on
That's
the
right.
size, right?
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, that's what I always thought. 2/3 of the way. Well,
We do everything here. We do everything here. We do
right.
cooking advice and
I can't wait to try your muffins today, Craig. Oh
I
man,
know.
sounds
Don't
yummy.
fear teasing us. Did you bring enough for everybody?
I know.
Thanks, Patricia. Yeah. Oh, you don't fill it more than half full. Okay. All right. I stand corrected. It depends. And if you got chunks in there, like blueberries and stuff, you have to be really careful because they'll go crazy out there. Yeah.
Put a pan under your pan so that if it goes over, it lands
And
on the
Patricia's right.
sheet.
Use a paper or a tin cup because it cleans up better.
Yes,
There you go.
that's what Juno was saying. I always put a pan underneath too.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, Miss Dream Detective Kate. And
Hi,
please,
Kate.
Kate and I will be on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock doing our dream show. So if you have any dreams that you want to come and tell us about, please do. Yeah. Okay. My classes start tonight, so I had to change the day because they're from 6 to 8 p.m. And I have to meet with students. So. All right, Kate. Oh, my goodness sake. I'm pulling the portal cards for you, girl. You're living in the multiverse. You are way out in, look at you up on that. Oh, my God. Look at you. You are in the multiverse. Hi, Miss Mims. It's nice to see you. Oh, gorgeous, Kate. And guess what? You are ascending. Woohoo. Oh my God. And that almost looks like your avatar is just going in a different way.
Yeah.
Look at that, Kate. And all the stars. And it says you need to celebrate, girl. And it's a 4. And remember today, because a 40 would be a 4. So that's your portal day. Ooh wee. You've got some great cards here, Kate. There you go, girl.
Everybody's got that. The opportunities are aligning with us.
Aligning. Yep.
Well, the first card I got for Kate is Dolphin Spirit. This and that are true. And what this is talking about is like how dolphins are a mammal, but they live in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a silver lining. Focus on the positive. This is not a good day to make a decision or a choice. So maybe put it off for at least a day. And
swim around on it.
Accept without judgment or resistance. So, go with the flow, drop the oars, go downstream. No big decisions today. There's always tomorrow for all of that stuff. And she got the flamingo card also. Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. So, and I think, I know Kate meditates and all that, and she knows all about that space in between. And that's when the magic happens. Space in between. So, and the pink moon, she got the
pink moon. There you go, Kate.
I know. I couldn't believe I picked for Kate the rose pink dragon.
Woo.
Yeah, and it says prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. So your heart, it just is a beautiful.
Wow.
Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. And she does that all the time. It's just so cool.
And she does.
Then with the mermaids, I got make a wish. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. There's a unicorn on there.
Ooh. Wow, Kate. You got lots of good juju there on all these cards. I know. That's great.
Wow.
All right. So I'm going to do Jo and I'm going to do Miss Mims, and then Valerie's going to speak just briefly about the pink moon. So we will answer your question. All right. Dolphins love to dance the waves. How true is that? Wow. All right.
Let's see.
It's not a full moon reading. It just means what the current energies are, Jo. So it just means that today, tomorrow / tomorrow is the full moon. I'm sorry, tomorrow / Wednesday. No, Thursday is the full moon. And it's a big one. Sorry,
It's hard.
Consult your time zone.
Yeah, it depends on your time zone. So yeah, but we're just reading for you what you're facing. So all right.
I switched to a different deck here. So
okay. Okay, so the first card I got for you is Archangel Michael is with you now, it says. If you need to know, he's the warrior for you. He's with you right now. Even though you can't see it, he's working actively on your situation, and he's here and helping you. If you want more help from him, just ask him. That's all you have to do. You just have to say, Archangel Michael, come and help me. That's all. Yeah. He's around always. The second one is that you are apparently bringing in some soul expression or something new into your life. Look at that. How beautiful. It's like being outside and the spring is here and the sun is shining on your face and something new is coming through for you. And soon you will get the mental clarity that you need in order to know exactly what to do. But the gift of the wisdom of the Magi is there for you as well. And so trust your gut. Trust whatever it is you feel. You are the one that ultimately knows the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
For Jo, I pulled, trick, and it's the monkey card. Things may not be as they appear to be. Don't just hear, listen. Don't just look, see. Don't just sense, feel. You are taking a risk if you insist on proceeding. Observe the situation closely. With more detailed information, you will see through the deception. So if there's something going on that you don't feel is quite right, just take your time, observe, listen to your gut,
Yeah.
Maybe not make that decision right now. This doesn't seem to be a day of making decisions because Kate got that card too I think it was Kate, don't make decisions. And out of the Moonology, I have step out of your comfort zone with the North Node. So maybe it's out of your comfort zone to stand back and listen and take a few breaths. Maybe you're normally one who, gets right on something without maybe stepping back and looking at the big picture. So
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love the blue. The blue is so gorgeous. Yeah. Thank you.
Indigo.
Gorgeous.
For
Jo, I got simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So that's kind of going in with everybody else's. Then I got acceptance. I picked a spirit chakra from the Sage Goddess chakra deck. And acceptance comes in knowing that where you are in this moment is exactly where you need to be. Nothing to change, nothing to fix, nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. Your heart chakra is the center of your energetic system. And so your heart and your love are the center of your highest consciousness. Once you center yourself in love and allow it to be the fountain that hydrates your life, you can show others how to move from their love center as well. So I think while you're simplifying your life, connect into your heart. Except we were talking about this yesterday. I think it was Kate and I, where to get into a state of loving yourself, you really have to accept yourself, despite anything you did from this moment back. It's okay. I mean, we only live right now. In this now moment is our life, and if we're thinking about the past or the future, we're kind of getting off track.
Yep. We send you lots of love for what you're currently facing, and a lot of support, Jo. So Thank you, dear. All right. Well, we got Miss Mims today. Miss Mims,
Hi, Miss Mims.
she had something happen, so she wants a reading. So that's awesome. We're glad you're here, Mims. Yeah. Lisa, you had to eat some lunch? Well, you should have waited. Craig's making muffins.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what we got for you, Mims. Call to this one.
Wait for a second.
Oh, wow. Okay. I pulled some cards from different decks. I just felt like I needed to today, Mims. And the first one I got was
Allie, you're frozen. She frozen for you too, Val?
Yeah, she should come right back on. Let's see. I was hoping it would just. Wow. Whatever she was about to say is powerful energy.
Really?
It really was.
We can't
Well,
see the card yet.
Do you want to go first? You want to go? And
Yeah,
we'll wait?
I'll go and then I'll be happy to step back. For Miss Mims, I have the Scarab Beetle Spirit, card 52. Magic works through you. So the Scarab, he's all about, transformation. And they thought that because he came out of the dung ball, they thought he just came out of nothing, like just regenerated, like a mystery. So let's see, what else does it have for Scarab Beetle? Creating something for nothing. You have the gift of infinite potential. It's a time of great optimism. Miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love all abound. So just a beautiful card.
That is. Wow.
And then the other card I have for you is Rhino Spirit, card 50. Overcome any obstacles. So you've got what it takes, with all that prosperity and everything, all those the good magic behind you. And there's more than one way to open a new path. Transform obstacles into clouds that drift away by refusing to allow them to limit you. Your power is awesome now. Obstacles mean that something better is coming. So, and look at the pink. We're bringing in the pink again. It's beautiful.
Wow,
flowers around the rhino.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
I
think the gods.
Oh, sorry.
The gods got
Sorry,
the gods got me for picking on who. That's what happened.
It was like you were about to say something and it seemed powerful and it went boom. So I was like, wow, whatever you were getting ready to say is probably important. For Miss Mims, I got you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see the results yet.
Oh,
nice.
And then I picked a Sage Goddess chakra card for you, and his inner well. Tap into your inner well of strength and draw from your inner reservoir of divine power. You have everything you need within you, awaiting your remembrance, exploration, excavation, and ultimately your mastery. Confidently claim your unique power and gifts in this world and ground into the truth that you are held, supported, and kept safe in the arms of a loving universe. Yeah, I see it. Nice for you, Miss Mims.
Yeah.
I notice on my cards, they both have a hard kind of component. The scarab beetle, you think of their shell, and then the rhino, you think their thick skin. So looks like you've got a lot of protection around you.
Yes.
So I'll try this one more time, Mims. Currents of emotion, but I'm going to get rid of that right now. All right. So it says to move on and let go. You got that card too, where the gates are open. It's time for you to go. And the future is looking good. Look at it's well lit up. And I also pulled for you one of the newer cards I have, spiritual awakening cards, and it says the law of Dharma. Transform your pain into purpose. There you go. It's gorgeous. And look, you've got the energy here of the lion. So absolutely wonderful. Okay,
Yes.
so we're winding down here. We've had a wonderful hour or so, and I just want to make sure that Valerie is able to tell us a little bit about what's coming up with the pink moon before we
Okay.
leave.
So this is a pink full moon in Libra. It's on the, depending on your time zone, on the 5th or the 6th of April.
Mm-hmm.
It's 16 degrees. Now, this is the 7th full moon in a row that's been at 16 degrees. So 6 and 1 is 7. 7 full moons. The number is 7 for each moon. That was indicating to me that spirit is in charge, was driving this last 7 months of what's going on and what's about all the things being uncovered and revealed. Now, remember, on a full moon is when you want to release. You want to release things that are no longer serving you, which is what we've been saying for the last 2 years. All that
Right.
energy we've been through for those couple of years has been about spirit helping you align to what it is your soul, what you and your soul prefer in this life, not to settle anymore. We
Mm-hmm.
don't settle. We go for our heart's desires and make and our biggest wish, right? So Aries, okay, so the sun is in Aries, which is I am, and he has Jupiter there, Chiron, Eris, and I'm sorry, I need my little cheat sheet. And Vesta. So what does that mean? Vestas are our heart flame, like our spirit is inside of us. Vestas are home. Chiron is clearing out the wounds, which he's been doing for quite a while in the Aries now, almost 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Jupiter is putting that emphasis on it and giving it highlighting what it is, but Jupiter's supporting us. And we have that nice support with Saturn and Mars, that they're both in water signs, but that's kind of lifting this energy up because this is important. This is a really important moment because on the 19th of April, we have our first eclipse, and
Oh yeah.
it's the second Aries new moon. So that would be the second one in a row. The first one was at 0 degrees, and the second one's at 29 degrees. So something is coming to an end. You're releasing it. Eclipses get rid of things, right, that aren't serving us. And I think a lot of us know that what we're releasing and what we're not. Doesn't mean that there can't be surprises, though, because these energies have been nothing but surprising. But we by even if you just make a list of the things that you like, beliefs or things that you wish that you could change about yourself, make that list to burn it on the night of the full moon, and that helps.
Okay.
It helps. But I'm not saying this just doesn't happen overnight. So with the eclipses coming up, we'll be removing more stuff. And the second eclipse, which is on May 5th, is in Scorpio. It's the last Scorpio lunar
Oh,
eclipse. So
okay.
that is really helping us collectively. This we'll see more stuff in the news. We'll see more things being exposed, because
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio South Node is also there. So
Okay.
together, and then Pluto rules Scorpio, and he's in 0 degree Aquarius. So things are going to come at us like in chunks, right? And we're,
Shucks. It's
and
like being hit by a meteor.
That means we
going
have
to
to
get
jog
like,
a lot or what?
I know it's so intense, but it's so cool because this is showing us that, you know what, in the next couple of years, humanity, we will be in a different space. We won't be in this predatory where the system always wins and the system only works for those with money and power. That's got to
Mhm.
get cleared out. That
Yeah.
all these, no, I'm not saying it will be, but we will see the
Right.
seed
See some
planted.
progress.
Yeah.
Right.
And then uh, Pluto's going to stay in Aquarius until 2044. Now, the last time Pluto was in Aquarius was the French Revolution.
French Enlightenment.
Yeah, French Enlightenment. People, and you can see people are becoming more enlightened, more woke, and they're trying to start a war over
Trying to
that.
quash us. Yep. So I have a question, Valerie. Is it true that if the full moon is in your sign, that it's even more intense for you?
Yes.
Is that true? Okay, because I'm a Libra, so I thought maybe this would be a kind of a big deal for me. Okay.
I was going to say that to you. Definitely, if you can find, I know Allie's a Libra, so I already know that she's got, this is going to click on. But anytime the moon or any planets go back past any of our natal signs, it turns on a light switch. It kind of gives us a illumination, right? It gives us another bit of the information we need.
Yeah.
So if you know your chart at all, see where Aries and Libra are, what houses they are in, and those are the areas that you're going to, more often than not, see what it is you're releasing. But remember, when we're releasing, right, we want to replace that with what we do.
That's right. We're giving room. We're giving room for something to come in.
Exactly. So make those intentions too as you're burning your releasing paper.
There you go.
Make a list of the things that you would love to see in your life. Yeah.
Well, that's right at the time, right on the screen that we've been on has been 1:11. So
wow.
An hour and 11 minutes and it had 11 seconds. So perfect message. What you got there for us, Juno?
Oh, I just pulled out. This is just the full moon in Libra. That's what it is, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
It's that card. And it says a win-win outcome is forecast.
Yes.
So
I love
because Libras are about relationships, right? It's about seeing what relationships
and justice.
And justice. Just get to say, because the relationships that are not working we can feel are going away. But don't forget, this is a relationship with yourself, with others. There's justice. We need peace and harmony in order to move forward as a collective.
Right.
That is so cool. I love it, Juno. Thank you.
I have a lot of Libra in my chart too. You know, I mean,
do you?
You went over that with me. Even though I'm a Sag, but
it's a nice one. This is to me, it's a nice full moon. But
it is. I love pink, so I'm feeling good about it. Yeah. Ladies, everybody, please give some love to the Juno Sphere. Her channel is in the information is in the chat. In the notes for the show, and so is Valerie's. And Valerie has also a show with Dream Detective Kate where they talk about your guides and your angels, and they give names. Yeah. So and Juno has a lot of really great videos about things that she has studied. And
I'm working on more content. I need a new computer. I'm kind of holding off on the content till I get a better computer because I don't want to blow up the one I have totally.
No.
Keep limping along, but more content is coming. But I'm doing every other week, every other Sunday, I'm doing a show with Sherry H, Voices from the Swamp, where we do destiny cards and we talk about Jin Shinjitsu and just different things like that. And I'm working on offering some classes, and I'm also open to doing readings. I haven't got my calendar up yet, but if anybody wants a reading for donation, they can email me at junosees@gmail.com and we'll set something up.
Very good. And Valerie does readings too. So thank you, ladies. Come back again. I enjoyed this so very much. Thank you for spending the Perp Walk day with us and giving us a little bit of calm and good juju. Good juju out there.
Thanks for having us, everybody. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks everybody for being here.
Have a great day, everybody.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.